Hey, Vikings faithful. Skull Nation, are you ready to dive into the latest Minnesota Vikings news? We're coming off a fiery, full pads practice in Eagan, and let me tell you, the energy at TCO Performance Center was electric. From J.J. McCarthy's pinpoint throws to a defense that's looking like a brick wall, we've got a ton to unpack. What's got you hyped for this preseason finale against the Titans? Stick with me for 15 action-packed segments that'll get your purple pride pumping. Let's roll. The stage was set in Eagan, Minnesota, where the Vikings turned up the heat with a full-throttle, full-pad scrimmage. Head coach Kevin O'Connell wasn't messing around, putting the team through every scenario imaginable. Offense, defense, and special teams all got their moment to shine. This wasn't just a practice. It was a dress rehearsal for the real deal, and the intensity was palpable. Every snap felt like a playoff game, with the team diving into move-the-ball periods, red zone drills, and a heart-pounding 2-minute drill to cap it off. The Vikings are gearing up for their preseason finale against the Titans this Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time, broadcast on CBS. And this practice showed they're ready to bring the fight. What do you think this intensity means for our regular season opener in Chicago? O'Connell's game-like setup, complete with a 12-minute halftime, had players locked in, simulating the chaos and pressure of a real NFL game. With roster cuts looming next Tuesday, every rep was a chance for players to prove they belong on the 53-man roster. Who do you think is fighting hardest for a spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The defense was an absolute inferno, led by the dynamic duo of Jonathan Greenid and Dallas Turner. These two are turning heads, and O'Connell is already calling Turner, Greenid, and the sidelined Andrew Van Ginkel starter-level talent. Turner, our 2024 first-round pick, is showing why he was worth the hype with an explosive first step that's leaving offensive linemen in the dust. During the scrimmage, Turner was a wrecking ball, notching a tackle for loss on Ty Chandler early and making a strong case for 2 sacks on J.J. McCarthy, one in the end zone for a safety. Greenid wasn't about to be outdone, ripping through the line for a tackle for loss on Jordan Mason and teaming up with Jalen Redmond to meet McCarthy in the backfield. Can our D-line keep this fire going against Tennessee? The defense didn't stop there. Jonathan Allen looked like he'd have bagged a safety, and Ivan Pace Jr. was blitzing like a man possessed, even knocking down an outlet pass. Joshua Metellus sealed the day with the only interception, picking off a deflected pass meant for Xavier Scott. Who's your defensive MVP so far? Let's hear it. Now, let's talk about the future of this franchise, J.J. McCarthy. Our second-year QB, who missed his entire rookie season due to a meniscus injury, was slinging the ball with confidence. He's back, fully recovered, and showing why the Vikings are all in on him as QB1. His poise in the pocket and ability to read coverages had the coaches nodding in approval. McCarthy's connection with Jordan Addison was pure magic. In the red zone, he zipped a pass to Addison on a 2nd and 6 from the 16, hitting him at the 1-yard line after a slick play-action rollout. On the very next play, scripted as 3rd and 5, he took a shot to Addison against tight coverage from Isaiah Rodgers, and Addison snagged it like it was nothing. How excited are you for this QBWR duo in 2025? Even under pressure, McCarthy stayed cool, converting 3rd downs with passes to Aaron Jones Sr. and T.J. Hawkinson during the 2-minute drill. A holding penalty erased a 30-yard bomb to Jones, but the arm strength was undeniable. What do you want to see from J.J. in the preseason finale? Share your predictions below. The special teams unit was under the microscope, and all eyes were on kicker Will Reichard. After a shaky start to camp, the second-year kicker out of Alabama showed signs of finding his groove. He went 5-4-6 on field goals, nailing kicks from 48, 52, 40, 43, and 47 yards, plus an extra point to close the session. Reichard's performance wasn't flawless. He missed a 56-yarder wide left in the first half, but his consistency on shorter kicks is encouraging. Special teams coordinator Matt Daniels has been managing his workload to avoid overuse after a quad injury last season. Do you think Reichard's ready to be our long-term answer at kicker? Or are you still nervous? Let me know. Punter Ryan Wright held for Reichard's first-half kicks, while rookie Oscar Chapman took over in the second half as the punter competition heats up. Miles Price handled both kickoff and punt returns, showing his versatility. Who's got the edge in the punter battle, Wright or Chapman? Drop your take in the comments. The offense wasn't at full strength, with key players like Justin Jefferson sitting out team periods and Christian Darrisaw limited as he works back from a torn ACL. Jefferson, dealing with a hamstring tweak, still got in some individual work, which is huge for his Week 1 readiness. Darrisaw, meanwhile, was spelled by Justin Skule at left tackle, giving the young lineman valuable reps. The absence of Jalen Naylor, C.J. Ham, and others opened the door for guys like Jeshaun Jones and Tyler Batty to step up. Jones, returning from injury, showed he's ready to contribute, while Batty made noise with a loud tackle for loss on Aaron Jones Sr., which under-the-radar player are you rooting for to make the roster? Despite the missing stars, the offense showed depth. McCarthy spread the ball to receivers, tight ends, and running backs, working through his progressions like a veteran. The Vikings' plan to surround their young QB with playmakers is coming together. But how do you think they'll handle the receiver depth with Jordan Addison's suspension looming? Let's talk about it. Let's zoom in on Jordan Addison, who's proving he's a clutch target for McCarthy. Those back-to-back red zone connections were a thing of beauty, showcasing his ability to win one-on-one matchups. Even with Isaiah Rodgers blanketing him, Addison's hands were money, pulling down a high-velocity pass for a touchdown. Addison's set to miss the first 3 games of 2025 due to a suspension, which puts pressure on the Vikings' receiver depth. With Justin Jefferson back at practice and Jalen Naylor sidelined, the team's looking at options like Odell Beckham Jr. or DJ Chark to bolster the group. Who would you love to see in purple to support JJ? Drop your dream signing below. The chemistry between McCarthy and Addison is a sign of big things to come. Their timing and trust were on full display, and it's clear Addison's ready to step up as a key piece of this offense. How big of an impact do you think he'll have once he's back from suspension? Let's get that conversation going. The defensive line is shaping up to be a nightmare for opposing offenses. Jonathan Greenid, fresh off a Pro Bowl season, was everywhere, disrupting plays with a sack on Sam Howell and a tackle for loss on Jordan Mason. His ability to collapse the pocket and stop the run is making him a cornerstone of Brian Flores' defense. Dallas Turner's speed and power are giving O'Connell and Flores plenty to smile about. His tackle for loss on Ty Chandler and near sacks on McCarthy showed he's ready to make a leap in year 2. Pair him with Greenid and a healthy Van Ginkel, and this pass rush could be elite. What's your bold prediction for our D-line this season? The addition of Jonathan Allen and blitzes from Ivan Pace Jr. and Joshua Metellus add layers to this defense. Flores' creative schemes are keeping the offense on its toes, and it's clear this unit is built for chaos. How do you think Flores will deploy these weapons in the regular season? Share your thoughts. McCarthy's growth is the talk of Vikings Nation, and for good reason. After missing his rookie year, he's showing poise beyond his years, navigating pressure and making quick decisions. His ability to escape a blitz and convert a 4th and 4 with his legs in the preseason opener against Houston was a glimpse of his dual-threat potential. Coach O'Connell praised McCarthy's command of the huddle, noting his ability to handle checks and avoid pre-snap penalties. Center Ryan Kelly, a 4-time Pro Bowler, called him cool, calm, and collected, high praise for a 22-year-old. What's one thing you want JJ to focus on heading into the season opener? The Vikings are being strategic with McCarthy's workload to avoid arm fatigue, using trackers to monitor his throws. With a rebuilt offensive line featuring Kelly, Christian Darrisaw, and Brian O'Neill, JJ has the protection to thrive. How confident are you in this O-line keeping our QB upright? Let's hear it. Special teams got a full workout with kickoff coverage, returns, and punts all in focus. Miles Price stepped up as the primary returner, showing speed and decisiveness that could lock him into a roster spot. With Ty Felton, the projected Week 1 kickoff returner, nursing a hand injury, Price's performance was timely. Will Reichard's day wasn't perfect, but his 5.46 performance showed resilience. His ability to hit from 48 and 52 yards, plus a variety of kickoffs, suggests he's working through his early camp struggles. Do you think Reichard's got what it takes to silence the doubters, or should we be looking at other options? The punter battle between Ryan Wright and Oscar Chapman is still too close to call. Both handled holding duties for Reichard, and their punting reps were solid. With roster cuts coming, who do you think wins the punting job? Drop your vote in the comments. The injury report is a mixed bag, and it's got Vikings fans holding their breath. Justin Jefferson's return to practice is huge, but his limited participation due to a hamstring issue raises questions about his Week 1 status. O'Connell's confidence in his recovery is reassuring, but how cautious should we be with our star receiver? Christian Darrisaw's limited reps are part of his ramp-up from a torn ACL, and the fact that he's back on the field is a massive win. With Justin Skule filling in admirably, the O-line depth looks solid. Which injured player are you most worried about heading into the season? Let's talk about it. Jalen Nailor, Harrison Smith, and others sitting out open opportunities for young guys like Levi Drake Rodriguez and Jeshaun Jones. With the receiver room hit hard by injuries to Ty Felton and Jordan Addison during practice, the Vikings are exploring veteran additions. Who's your top pick to fill the gap? Share your thoughts. The 2-minute drill was a thriller, showing McCarthy's ability to stay composed under pressure. Converting 2 third downs with passes to Aaron Jones Sr. and TJ Hawkinson, he kept the chains moving. A 30-yard strike to Jones was wiped out by a penalty, but it showed JJ's big play potential. The drill ended with a 22-yard completion to Josh Oliver, but time ran out before the offense could get into field goal range. It was a gritty effort that highlighted McCarthy's growth and the offense's fight. What's your take on JJ's clutch factor? Can he be our closer in tight games? O'Connell's focus on simulating game scenarios is paying off, giving the team a taste of high-stakes situations. With the Titans game looming, how do you think this drill prepares us for the regular season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The linebacker core is bringing the heat, with Ivan Pace Jr. leading the charge. His blitz in the scrimmage disrupted the offense, and his knack for knocking down passes shows his all-around impact. Pair him with Blake Cashman, and this group is looking ferocious. Dallas Turner's versatility as an outside linebacker is giving Flores plenty of options. His speed rush and power moves are already causing headaches, and he's only in his second year. Who's your favorite linebacker on this roster and why? Let's get that debate going. The addition of undrafted rookie Tyler Batty added some spice, with his tackle for loss on Aaron Jones Sr. turning heads. With roster spots up for grabs, these young linebackers are making their case. Which one do you think breaks out this season? Share your pick. The secondary is stepping up, with Joshua Metellus snagging the day's only interception. His instincts and versatility are making him a key piece of Flores' defense, and his pick off a deflected pass was a highlight of the scrimmage. Can Metellus take his game to the next level in 2025? Isaiah Rodgers, coming off a Super Bowl win with the Eagles, is settling into a bigger role. His tight coverage on Addison in the red zone showed he's ready to compete, even if he got beat on the touchdown. Which cornerback are you most excited to watch this season? With Harrison Smith sidelined, younger players like Zamea Vaughn and Keenan Garber got valuable reps. Both showed promise, with Vaughn breaking up a pass and Garber picking off Max Brosmer. Who's your dark horse in the secondary? Let's hear your thoughts. The offensive line is coming together, with Ryan Kelly and Brian O'Neill anchoring the unit. Kelly's veteran presence is already paying dividends, helping McCarthy stay calm in the huddle. With Darrisaw working his way back, the line held up well, allowing no pressures in the preseason opener. Justin Skule stepped up in Darrisaw's absence, and newcomers like Donovan Jackson and Will Fries are adding depth. The Vikings' focus on protecting McCarthy is clear, but can this group cut down on the 24 sacks allowed last season? What's your confidence level in this O-line? The running game, led by Aaron Jones Sr. and Jordan Mason, found some holes thanks to the line's push. Mason's bruising style and Jones' explosiveness could be a lethal combo. How do you see the run game shaping up this season? Drop your predictions. As we wrap up, Vikings fans, this team is showing all the signs of a squad ready to make noise in 2025. From McCarthy's growth to a defense that's looking downright scary, the pieces are falling into place. The preseason finale against the Titans is our last chance to see who locks up those roster spots. Who's your player to watch? Don't forget to check out the latest updates on Vikings.com and Vikings News for all the insider scoops. This team's got the talent, the coaching, and the passion to take us far. Where do you think we finish in the NFC North? Let's get that conversation going in the comments. Skol Vikings. If you're as hyped as I am, smash that like button, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more Vikings news. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's keep the purple pride alive. See you next time for more Minnesota Vikings action.